All right, so it's Thursday, May 14th. No, May 15th. May 15th. We're going to leave tomorrow at 2 a.m. Friday morning. It's going to be me, Mike, and Kyle. Kyle was thinking he might not be able to go due to some family stuff, but he's able to go now, which is good because the bear hunt's half the reason we're going, and he's the only one with a tag this year. We've drawn the tag for this unit the last 3 years, and we haven't seen any bears when we're over there during this time, but we never have been really serious about bear. We usually have just gotten the tag just in case we see them, because we see them over there, just not during bear season. So we usually see them during later in early summer, or during elk season. See lots of sign over there all the time, but we never have seen any during bear season. This year is going to be different. Kyle has the only tag, so we're going to make the effort to make this trip more bear hunt oriented, and we'll fill in the gaps with replacing batteries in the cams, moving them around, and just doing some scouting and shed hunting and turkey hunting at spring turkey. So we all have that tag. But anyways, we're gonna leave at 2:30. Gonna pile everything into Mike's truck. Trying to pack as light as possible so that we don't have a whole lot to deal with. But yep, it's going to be a short night, probably a sleepless one, but it's the way it goes. It's exciting. All right, well, it's 1:40 Friday morning. Mike's just showing up. I got like an hour of sleep last night because we had some unforeseeable circumstances. So it'll be a nappy time for me for the next 5 hours or so. Time to load up.
Here, trinkle that one down in there.
So we had to make a stop at Wally World to get one more 12-pack or 24-pack of lithium batteries, but they don't seem to have any anywhere. So I just have to hope regular batteries hold out for 6 months. Breakfast. made it. We're gonna hit the southern part of this unit first. That way we can deal with that one camera that's been up for 2 years and not have to come back here if there's no bear sign or it's not good. But we're gonna get going on our first hunt, head out over in this place we hunted last year for elk that was really nice, overlooked a lot of area that I thought it'd be good for bear. There's a spring that I remember down there, so we might sit there for a while and see if anything pops up. Finally ready. You guys ready?
Let's do it.
All right, let's go see what we can find over here. Like huffing and puffing this altitude elevation.
That'd be rubber suit.
It's gonna be slightly foggy. Hopefully we can see the spring that's over here. If not, we'll just hang out and see if the fog clears off here eventually. Right down here. Got some milk. Some nice stuff. That's thick.
Just the wrong seat. You're gonna have to get that one on you. Because I can't do it on that. Oh, come on. I can't zoom it in.
One, two, three.
How low can you see him on your side?
There you go.
Oh, jeez. She's looking right over here. She's looking kind of down off into there. Like there's something else coming. Hey, is that a bull? She almost looks like she's got nubs on her. Or he almost looks like he's got nubs on her.
There's that deer. There's a deer down there too.
That's probably what they're looking at. Down in that direction.
Well, we're sucked in with fog after seeing those elk and let's see, there's like 4 elk. We kicked a bunch out of here and we think they kind of doubled back and went up the ridge, and like 3 deer. So we're gonna sit here for maybe an hour or 2 and see what we see. Kyle likes it, so that's good. It's a great spot. It's only the second time I've been here, and already we've seen animals like immediately upon getting here, so it's been fun already. cleared up really nice here. Somebody lost their Blaze Orange way over there. Don't know what it is, but yeah. Gonna move over to this point over here.
And that is where
See what kind of terrain is on the other side of that, where those basically where those elk went. So we're gonna pack up, and head over. Hopefully it clears off again like it has been doing intermittently. Well, Kyle figured out what that orange item was over here. Somebody lost their hat. That's where we were, right over there. Three of them. Just opposite of those ones that were down here. Like 40 yards. So those elk came over this way, down below. Like right down over here, those elk came over here from earlier, so they might be down below here. Hopefully, fun to see, but hopefully there's a bear down there. So it turns out those elk are right down here, so I'm gonna get the spotting scope out so we can see, get a better look, but Kyle says one of them has antlers, so I'm gonna hustle up because they're looking at us. That's looking uphill there. There's number 2. So, sorry, all right, so we're gonna go try somewhere else. We're gonna go get that camera, hike back to the truck. Didn't see any bears, but it was still fun nevertheless. So we're gonna head over, get that camera that's been there forever, and see what we got. Oh, I got that on video. It's not that bad. It's only 500 feet to the camera. You'll be fine. We'll make it. You guys coming or what? I'm tired of waiting for you.
I'm coming, Pa.
You keep falling. That looks like some deep snow.
I gotta pee.
Be my guest, just face the other direction. Oh, there we go. Those are real leg breakers.
You gotta know that it's there first.
Okay, we got some solid ground over here. Oh, I thought it was wet before. Oh, sweet, we're almost there.
You find it? Oh, I got my camera.
Oh, did you fall down? Come on, big boy. Come on, let me help you. Oh, God. Gotta help my elders.
Yeah,
Come on, you got it.
so much easier going down.
Oh,
Can you follow me?
oh, come on. You know, it's nice. It's kind of nice having feet the size of snowshoes,
Yeah.
because I don't fall through as easily. You got it.
Stuck.
Don't worry, I promise we will not go through anything like this again on this trip. Don't tell them what we're going through later. Yeah. I'm watching the water actually like squeege out of my pants when they tighten. But it just is what it is. Well, we're out back at the truck, and we'll post some pictures, probably dating back to 2023, of whatever's on the cameras. So hopefully there's some interesting stuff on there. Well, after all that work, I got down there, got up here, got to driving, and I'm checking the photos, and I was wrong apparently. It looked like we only had it down there for a year, not 2. And the other thing was the camera's clock was off, so it shows like the pictures start in January, but that's not when we put it up. We put it up in May last year. So by the time the camera looks like it died in early July. So the only pictures we have were for about roughly a month and a half. They weren't great. There's a nice little herd of elk over there. All I have is my phone right now. Otherwise, I'd have a little bit more zoom power. They're getting spooked and taking off. So are we. All right, so we made it to our spot. We're gonna camp. Kind of puts us in the middle of everything. Puts us kind of equidistant to everywhere we want to go on this trip. So we're gonna set camp, get all this stuff out of the truck, put up our tent, maybe turn on the heater and dry some of our clothes from how wet they got going down into the snow, and probably get a fire going, and then figure out what we're gonna do for the evening.
Feed me, Daddy, feed me.
Oh, here we take it. 4 cups. I need a cup. The peak in the mountain house. What do you got?
Chicken and dumplings.
Oh, that's a good one. They got their new white chicken chili, and that's beef stroganoff. Jeez, Kyle. Gosh. That's a good one. All right. We're at spot number 2 for the day, and we are going to be going up that way. Sit there and sit, hopefully till dark, and see what we can see. I'm not too hopeful about bears here because we've hunted this area for the last few years, and we haven't seen any bears, let alone much sign. Some sign, but not much. So this is going to be more of a scouting trip and set up a camera up here at the top for elk season. So we're going to be like slithering back down the mountain after this. I hate you, Google Earth. Looks nothing like how steep it actually is. Now we're getting to the easier stuff. It's the first few hundred yards that are the worst. Oh God. Just kidding. How you doing, Kyle? How you doing, Mike?
Awesome.
I'm tired. Ready for like 23 hours of sleep. Not too much farther, just going right up there.
Three just chilling better down the two. Look like they're just kind of meandering down to the other
We
couple.
made it, and we're looking at a herd of maybe like 10 elk over there.
Kyle found his chair. On today's special edition of Kyle narrating a hunting trip, there are 2 elk laying in the grass. 2 of them right there. You can see now we're suffering from a magnitude 7.3 earthquake. Hang on, ladies and gentlemen. We'll be back to you shortly. Whew. Now that the dust has settled, we have now spotted the 3rd elk. Seems to not be fazed by said earthquake and is simply eating grass. Here we go again. It's an aftershock, ladies and gentlemen. Oh my gosh, this is the longest aftershock in recorded history. Wow.
Gonna look like the other 2, but they're 2 different ones. So there's like at least 5, 6. How many did you count over there? 10 elk?
How's it that we can?
All right, so we're gonna set a solar camera up here. It's one of the Tacticam Reveal SKs, because this is kind of a pain to get up to, and I don't want to have to come replace batteries all the time. So it's got a solar panel on it, so it'll hopefully recharge itself. But we're gonna set that here and head back over to Kyle and sit for the night, or sit for the evening. But put up right here. All right, camera set. Time to go relax for a little bit. There's glamping Kyle up there, sitting on top of the hill with his chair that he hauled up here, just so he could be comfortable. day 2. We stayed out until dark last night. Hiked back to the truck. Didn't see any bears. Came back and ate, went to bed. Woke up to this and decided to sleep in a little bit and kind of recover from the lack of sleep we had yesterday. So we're just kind of waiting out this storm, and then we're gonna head up north to an area we've seen bears at before and check that out for the morning and into the afternoon maybe, and then come back down here and deal with a few cameras depending on what we see. This is gross. Getting a visit from OSP. Well, had a visit from OSP. Nice little chat. Gave us a little bit of intel, so we might follow up with that at some point today. Give us a little bit of direction on where there might be some bears, but we're going to head up and deal with these cameras back over this way, because the cameras are in areas where we don't have to get too wet, and then look for some bears or turkeys up in that area, and then we'll come back to camp and see how the weather's doing, and maybe try out the direction that the trooper was telling us. So we're gonna get in the truck, get ready and get in the truck and get back on it. Day 2. Hi. Went and got one camera, heading out to go move another one that just doesn't really want to cooperate as far as service. It's an easy walk out this road here. Nice thing is that one will have pictures we haven't seen yet because I wasn't sending them. There's a spring right down there. And more springs down there that we found last year. Sit here for a bit and see if we can maybe call a bear in, because that's one of the things that Trooper said is he's heard that some of the calf calls have called in some bears in the area, so we'll try it. All right, let's do it.
Straight down the middle, baby.
Straight down the middle. There's nobody up here to come help us.
Just the 3 of us.
Oh gosh. It's a cake.
Hee buddy. Rolling like a big
Don't even need 4-wheel drive for this.
Like
I told you.
woohoo!
Sketchy.
There you go.
Let's flip a Brody right here. Get in there.
Well, we dealt with the cameras. Got back to camp.
Right.
We had a plan to go deal with some other cameras and go sit and look for some bears in this canyon, but that's what it's doing. We're gonna wait it out. Kyle likes to build his fires like they're gonna last 4 months until elk hunting season.
Look at the sun. Look at the sun coming through.
Hell, that one little patch of sun over there.
Oh, that's cool looking. That is so neat.
Can we go over there and hunt? I'm tired of the rain.
That is.
Alright, so we're going down here to deal with yet another camera. We're going to move this one out about a quarter mile from where it is. This is one we put up a year ago that we just put up quickly because we were running out of time. And it's kind of close to a road, so we're going to move it out somewhere that maybe might get a little less hunter traffic on it and a little more game on it. So we're heading down to that and we'll see what's on it, if there's anything. Actually, this one we know is still working. We've been getting pictures of some elk in the last month and a half since I turned it back on, so I'll show those here too. So we just moved the camera way down here, a few hundred yards from where it was, farther away from the road. I'm not gonna act like I'm not tired. I'm dying. So we're waiting for Kyle because he's dying too. Almost there. You got any water?
Yeah.
Can I drink all of yours?
Yeah.
Thank you. You can have some of mine when we get back.
Okay.
I don't care if you're thirsty. All right, so we just got back to the truck. We're actually at the spot where I killed my first and only bull that I've killed. A few years ago, I killed a 6x6. We came up here, never been here before, and we walked down into this little. We walked kind of along this drainage, and there was I threw out a bugle, and we got 2 responses, and so we went after the one that was in a good position in reference to the wind, and I ended up calling him into about 24 yards and shot him. And then it took like 3 hours to find him because he started to turn as a shot and hit his shoulder. But we ended up finding him thanks to Kyle. Well, no bear sightings tonight. We're gonna head back to camp and head up north tomorrow morning and hike about 2 miles into this area. We've hunted before and seen some bears in before, and just kind of sit and hang out. There's a coyote right over there. There's another one back over to our right. Other than a deer, it's the only living thing we've seen so far this morning. But we just got out to this point. We're going to sit here for a while because we've seen a bear right over there before. Well, this was day 3. We're back at camp. Went way up kind of to the north. Didn't see hardly any animals at all other than a couple coyotes. All the wildlife is mostly down here. So we're gonna head south and deal with our last camera. It died suddenly, had like full power, and then within a day it died. So we're gonna go figure that out and see. It's kind of an area we haven't really been to a lot, so we're gonna go check that out and see if there's anything moving around down there. Hopefully it's better than this morning, or we're probably just gonna come back and start packing up for tomorrow, head home. Doesn't look like anyone's been down here yet. There's no foot tracks in the snow. So we got some fresh elk tracks here. And look at that big old bull. All right, that cam is set. We're gonna head out and do a last evening bear hunt in a place we've never been. And here are some pictures. Well, unfortunately, looks like we're not going to be getting to where we want to go. This happened to us the last time we come up here during bear season, where the road is covered in snow. And we're way up here, and we're not going to risk it. This will be interesting. Easy does it. Easy does it. You kind of separate a little bit there. What are you gonna do? I think that one on the left just snapped a little bit. Yeah, he made it. We just saw a bear, big old black bear. He came down to us, calf calling, but I couldn't pass Kyle's gun to him quick enough without scaring him off, and he took off. Dang it. Beautiful black bear. We're gonna try and get him to come back, though. He went right over this way. How nice was that bear?
Really nice. Awesome.
Gosh, dang it. We're sitting looking out over here, and all of a sudden he creeps in, like right over here next to us, like 50 yards. Gosh, dang it. He was huge. I don't think he ran off too far, though. Okay, so update. Now that we're not so excited and shaking. So Kyle and I had just kind of briefly switched spots just because we were getting legs were getting tight and just kind of moving around. So I moved around Kyle, and basically I went between him and his rifle. And then Mike saw the bear at like 50 yards and was like, give Kyle his rifle. And we look up and there's the bear. He looks at us, kind of keeps walking behind a tree. So that's when I picked up the rifle and handed it to Kyle. And then the bear spooked. I wasn't watching him when he did, but I saw him as he turned around and hightailed it out of there. But huge black bear, like tall, not really a huge head, but his body was tall and pretty big. So we're gonna get out of here now and come back here in the morning before we head home and see if he maybe will come back. So that's it for tonight. There we go.
Look at the elk horns in that background, Mike.
I know.
Get the elk.
Look at all those. Oh, they're taking off. Bye-bye. Jeez, man.
And then there's all those ones.
Hey, yeah, look at all those. There. All those over there. This one stopped. It's always fun. Even though it's not season, it's still fun to see
How about
them.
that?
Awesome. They got a huge group back over there. This group right here, all just hanging out. Look at all those elk. Playing out there. All the dude. Big house. All right, so it's morning. It's the last morning. We're heading home. We got all packed up real quick at around 5. And we're back in the spot where we saw the bear last night. So we're gonna hike out there and sit for a couple hours, and maybe he'll come back, maybe he won't, but it's the only bear we've seen on this trip, so we're gonna put our efforts into that. It's about a half a mile hike to where we're going. Much easier than the other place we were crossing.